Hi there, I'm CBS News Chicago Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon. Coming up, we're talking about January. Just finished up one of the warmest Januaries on record here in Chicago, but also brand new information from the Climate Prediction Center on what to expect for February in terms of temperatures and moisture. And speaking of moisture, haven't had a whole lot of snow so far this winter, so just how much more snow could we get, at least on average, for this month, next month, and even as we head into late March into April. First, a look at your January. This is a breakdown of every single day from the 31st of December to the last day of January, and it featured above average temperatures for much of the month. The two coldest days in the entire month, the last 2 days of the month, both the 30th and 31st, featuring below average temperatures. So on average, 31 the high, January, upper teens when it comes to lows, and we finished up this January 2023 well above average, the warmest January since 2006. 37 was the average high for January 2023. Average low was 27 degrees. When it comes to averages, though, for this month, for February, low to mid 30s, low 30s in the beginning of the month, mid 30s by the end of the month, and overnight lows, upper teens to low 20s. But the latest information from the Climate Prediction Center just released says that a repeat of January could be headed our way for this month. Above average temperatures are in the forecast, not just across our region, but much of the East Coast and even in portions of the Deep South. And we're looking at below average temperatures, the cold stuff staying out towards the West Coast into the Rockies. When it comes to moisture, so this is the important part of the forecast when it comes to snowfall, above average moisture in the forecast for not just the next 2 weeks, but also for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So this could come in the form of both rain and also snow. But the bottom line is we are forecasting a little bit more moisture than average when it comes to this month. As far as how much snow we've seen so far, not a lot. 14 inches from November to January. Not a lot of snowfall. We were well below average on December. We were a little bit closer to average, just under 10 inches for your January. And here's a look at the averages that we see on a typical year here in Chicago. February, we pick up over 10 inches. March, we pick up only about 5 inches. And the seasonal average from November to April is over 38 inches. So for us to get to that, we need an additional 2 feet of snow here in Chicago. So it's looking more and more likely that we may have a below average snowfall forecast over the next several weeks and as we head towards early part of spring. As far as temperatures go, this is a look at the first 5 days of your February. And with the exception of Friday, where we take a huge dip back down with some Arctic air, temperatures go above average starting this weekend. And even as we head into next week, temperatures go well above average. Average high in the low 30s, about 32. So we're talking 12 degrees above average on Monday, February the 6th, 40 degrees on Tuesday, February the 7th. Wednesday, still above average at 37, back in the 40s Thursday, February the 9th, and then Friday at 38 degrees. That's February the 10th. And we can go even farther than that by looking at some of the raw data. This is a look at the American model, the GFS, that goes all the way out to February 16th. And you'll see the numbers here in yellow. Those are above average temperatures, 40s and 30s for the most part for the first 2 weeks of this month. So we'll keep an eye on the snowfall forecast. There's none in the immediate future, but maybe the second half of the month, featuring some colder air, featuring some more moisture. The moisture will certainly be there, and that's something that we'll certainly keep an eye on here on CBS News Chicago.